So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the live commentary of the match between Bombay and Bangalore. And as always, Mumbai Super Kings have won the toss and they have decided to bowl first. And the most interesting part of this is that this match is seen as one between Kohli and Rohit Sharma as icon versus icon. What does that mean for the others? It's basically a disrespect to the other 20 players in the team. And those 20 players do not count. If these two individuals succeed in their respective roles, they succeed. Their team succeeds. If these two individuals are not able to do what they're expected as the roles as captains and batters, then that's the end of the team. And of course, adding 2 or 3 players. What does that mean for the rest of them? It's basically you don't exist. You exist because these individuals allow you to exist. And if these individuals don't want you picked in their team because they are captains, these two have been playing for a major part of 13 years. If they don't let you play, you are done. And that's the irony of the situation of a sport called cricket. Yes, in football also we are obsessed with a few select players like Messi and Ronaldo and Mohamed Salah. But still, it's a team game. And this is still not a team game, as first ball from Bolt to a future Indian player, Devdutt Padikkal, and he gets it away over covers and they come back for 2. It was a close call. It could have easily bumped to the fielder, as it was a full delivery swinging in. He gets his front foot across, just a chip, and it beats a good effort by the fielder. Another future player, Ishan Kishan. A decade from now, we would be saying it's Ishan Kishan versus, let's say, this time on the pads, flicked away, poor delivery, and the second ball has gone for a boundary. And I think this match has sauntered towards Bangalore because that gives the confidence to the bowler. We all talked about Trent Bolt being a good bowler, but when you're bowling first means you have to respect the team. We saw what happened yesterday. Yesterday, what happened when Rajasthan chased a total of 220 plus against Punjab. That was one-off thing. That was a fluke. Small ground, it's not going to happen in bigger grounds. It's never going to happen in bigger grounds. So in this match, how much should a team batting first get? For me, anywhere between 170 and 180. This time, flicked away straight to third man, no runs. So 3 balls, 6 runs, a good start, but don't get carried away. Let's wait what happens. Except for a few odd matches, this tournament has had the same theory of bowl first, lose the match, except for 3 out of the 10 matches that have been played so far. Those 3 matches have resulted in teams chasing winning. As bowled to Padikkal on the pads, that's nicely played it's nicely defended by the fielder at fine leg, and 7 runs, 4 balls, and Finch faces. Now, Finch is also a decent player. He is the captain in his own Australian domestic World Cup. Here, he is there, he is not there. And then what does Bangalore do? They leave out another future in Josh Philippi. And they bring in a spinner. So it's not a balanced thing. A wicket keeper for a spinner, but they have their own logic. People question, why do you make changes? If they make changes, they're asked, why did you make changes? If they hadn't made any changes and they had lost, and people would have said, why did you not make changes? And this is why I like the idea of substitute in football. Don't make any changes, but keep 5 or 6 players as substitutes. So when needed, they can come. And is that cheating? No, it works in football. It works in hockey. It works perfectly in basketball. So since we are emulating everything from other sports, which includes the timeouts. And the idea of having such a tournament is taken from the English Football League. And why not add substitutes? Why be so conservative? As a single taken of the last ball, first over gone, it's 8 runs and 0 wickets. As we get ready for the second over, which will be bowled by James Pattinson, not surprisingly. Yes, to Finch, his own teammate. This time Finch plays it on the pads, and this will be covered at deep square leg, and they come back for 10. So 10 runs of 7 balls so far. A very interesting start by Bangalore. Not a start in which they started hitting every ball, but a start nevertheless. As Patterson bowls to Finch, this time that hits him square on the rib area. That hit him hard. You can see Finch is winded. It bounced and it hit him really hard. You can see him struggling. He'll take a few seconds to recover from the ball hitting him right in an area which cannot be mentioned live, but those things can hit hard. A ball coming at over 140 kilometers per hour, weighing over 7 to 8 pounds. Good bounce. It hits him right in the navel area, and you can see Finch still moving around. So a few minutes will be taken as he recovers, as the physio comes in, as the team doctor comes in to check. And it's no laughing matter. So Finch is ready. A bit of tears in the eye, but he's recovered from that blow as Pattinson gets ready. And if these two can have a partnership of around 60 runs in the first 6 overs, then the team bowling is in trouble. If the team bowling gets a wicket and the team batting is in trouble, let's see how both the teams plan this out. As Patterson bowls to Finch, this time he's played it in a more circumspect manner, not trying to be too aggressive. So he will likely play out this over without getting too aggressive. Or he'll try and just hit off his feet. And therefore, I say that they have started emulating baseball. As Pattinson gets ready to bowl the fourth ball of this over. This time, once again, played off the back foot straight to covers, no runs, and that puts a little bit of pressure on the batsman. As we get ready for the fifth ball of this over. to Finch. Finch decides to dance down the track, and it goes over the slips. Well, he had no option but to go for it. He had 3 balls without getting any runs. He said, "I'm coming down the track. I'll hit you anywhere." He was intending to hit it over mid-on. It goes over slips, and it goes in an area where they don't keep that fielder. Even during the fielding restriction, they know the ball goes to certain areas. Why don't you keep a fielder there? Why don't you bamboozle everyone? You say this game is innovative, yet the way the game is played, this time that's pulled away, and this will be, well, it's just dropped short of the fielder. Good effort by KP Junior, Kunal Pandya, that is. It was a good effort coming, running in from the deep. Would you call it a drop? Well, we tend to call it a drop. I would not call it a drop, because the individuals who call it a drop would have never taken this catch, would have never attempted this catch. So anyone who says it's a drop and there is a bit of arrogance in that, I don't agree with them. Yes, you should take catches. Well, if you take catches, it's a brilliant effort. If it misses out, it misses out. That's the way it works. It's like saying that the attacker in football tries very hard to score a goal. He tries, it hits the post, and it goes away. You say he missed. Well, you cannot control the trajectory of the ball. It has to go where it has to go. If it misses, then it misses. It's in every sport. You win, you win. You miss, you miss. There are 2 teams. One team has to win. The other team has to lose. As Bolt bowls to Padikal, who plays it away smartly towards deep point and take a single. So far, a very interesting start by Bangalore. Not an aggressive start, but in the sense that they have decided that they won't lose a wicket. Well, this time the ball hit his palm. As I said, these catches, when they stick, they stick. If you drop, you drop. I don't want to get into that debate of whether it's wrong or right. I don't see that logic. As Bolt bowls to Finch, this time he decides to attempt a same shot, comes down the track but misses. Either way, it would have been an edge. So Finch had decided that he will now try to be aggressive. It's that time that you have to score between 50 and 60 in the first 6 overs, because it allows the other batters to then do the job. As Bolt bowls to Finch, this time that's pulled away. And would you call this another drop? Well, the reaction of the batter says so, but it's an effort nevertheless. As I said, those who say it's a drop, well, they have never taken a catch in their lives. They've never attempted a catch in their lives. So those who have done it, I would agree with them. Well, they stick. They attempt, at least there was an attempt. Just, of course, it would go down in the record books as Finch dropped twice. This time straight down the ground, and this has been hit over long on. He says, "Thank you so much." Over pitched, and that's out of the ground for a beautiful hit for a 6. So Bangalore have decided to come all guns blazing. Yes, because batting first does give you that advantage. And not every time will a team chase 180, 190. So yeah, I would give slight bit of advantage to Bangalore for now, unless they collapse. As Bolt bowls to Finch. This time it's cut away, but there is a fielder over there. And they come back. Brilliant running between the wickets gets them 2 runs. As we get ready, for the final ball of the 3rd over, and Bangalore have already scored over 9 runs per over. Absolutely no reaction on the face of the captain, but that's the thing. They could be great poker players. And there's no use reacting. This is not a game in which your future is decided. This is a friendly game. As Bolt bowls to Finch, who plays it away for a single towards deep extra cover. It ends the over, 3 gone, 26 for 0. So far, Bangalore have been the more smarter of the two teams. As I said, this is a friendly tournament. Yes, it allows a few players to show their talent as it does in other sports. But if you perform well and good, you will get a chance to play for
it's
your
1945.
national team. Yes, these performances do influence the performance of the national team. And there are a lot of good players. Means, is it time to move beyond the likes of Rohit and Kohli? Maybe. But if I say, who are the players we choose if we move beyond? I don't want to be specific because players come and players go. An average player plays for 15 years. As Finch bowls, he decides to go over mid-on and he won't get boundaries, but he will get 2 runs. It was a tennis shot. He was attempting a different shot and the ball went in the other direction. I would say let's not get carried away by a total as of now. As Patterson comes into bowl to Finch, this time he says, "Thank you so much. That's been carted over the fielder and that will be a boundary." So Finch has been given the instruction that you do the job of hitting 4s and 6s. That's your responsibility. It was short on the pads, taking full advantage of the speed of the bowler, and a bowler Finch knows well enough. And you can say the grimace every time the ball is hit. Now the question is, which team has a chance of winning this tournament? Well, that's, you can't decide. All 8 teams are good. All 8 teams have a chance. Of course, a few predictions have been made that Delhi, Punjab, Rajasthan are in that contention. Well, it's too early to say. I think all 8 teams are good enough. That's played away on the pads, and the umpire says it hit the pads, so no wides. Finally, the umpire does something sane. So, as predictions have been made by a lot of experts and pseudo experts, and some people who would not be in any column of experts or pseudo experts, for me, all 8 teams have a chance. Means to divide 100 by 8, all teams have a 12.5% chance because we have come here to win. Whether a team is good, bad, the captain is good, that's irrelevant. This time, slower delivery straight to the fielder, well bowled by the bowler. So I'm not too high on who will win. Yes, but Rajasthan has been the team in the 2 matches who have scored over 220 runs and have chased also. But for me, that's too early to even say that, yes, 4s and 6s is not that. Can the team sustain in nearly 40 plus temperature? This time that's played away over the fielder. It beats the fielder. This will be saved, well saved. You can see the aggression on both the fielding team and the batting team. The batting team is trying to hit the boundaries, trying to put the bowler under pressure, and the attempts by the fielding team means that they want to save those 2 runs, which, as most people would predict, it would help in the later part of the match if those 2 runs are saved. So anything is possible. And therefore, yes, this is an interesting game, but equally also a very mundane sport. If you see only two people are involved out of the 11 people in the field, the batter and the bowler. Rest of the fielders could be sleeping for all you care, and they will only react when the ball comes to them. As Patterson bowls, this time Particle defends, ends the over, 4 gone, 35 for 0. It's time to take a short break. Stay tuned as India's most premier sports commentator returns to you after a short break. Thank you. So we are back after a short break as Bangalore has moved on to 7.5 overs, 7.5 overs, 72 for 0 as Aaron Finch brings up his 50. Now let's look at the idea of a toss and why does a team bowl first? It means they don't trust the bowlers to defend a score as Padikkal plays it away, and that was that a wide? Let's see. I have no idea. That was a wide. That's a poor wide given by the umpire. As let's talk about the idea of the toss. This time it's flicked away and they take a single. 8 overs gone. 0 for 74. Let's understand why teams bowl first. It's not because they're confident in chasing. It's because they don't want their bowlers to defend a score. They think their bowlers can't do the job. It works both ways. Or they don't think their batters can make a score. Well, it's a very 50-50 kind of a situation. It's very difficult to analyze this. Why bowl first? Because you think you can chase, or because you have excuses like view factors and whatnot coming up. Well, it does baffle me, but let's not get into that too much. Let's get ready for the ninth over. Who will be bowling the ninth over? Will it be KP? The other KP, remember, HP cannot bowl, unfortunately. Hardik Pandya cannot bowl or is not bowling. He's injured or why? That is something we will know very soon. That is not revealed as Padikkal plays it away and this will be defended and Bolt comes back for a third over. So he's trying to make the changes so that he has enough overs in the end for at least Bumrah and maybe the spinners. But I've never understood Dew. I mean, we've been talking about the idea of Dew and I've never understood Dew. So that at current they will get to 180 plus. I think it would be a good score. 180 would be a good score. This time Finch plays a slower ball. It's well defended in the deep, and they will just get 1 run. So far an interesting over. Just 2 runs of 2 balls. So how many runs can Bangalore make? I'm very, very curious to see. At Bold bowls, a good bouncer and 8.3 overs, 76 for 0. Well, it all depends how long this partnership goes on. It's a decent partnership. Because cricket is such a strange game, no matter how much you try. Yesterday, Punjab tried their very best, got to 220. 220 is a very good score at 10 to the over. The other team chased it down thanks to some fluke effort by Rahul Tewatia as Padikkal has pulled this away over deep square leg for a boundary. So with 10 fours and 1-6, 46 runs coming in boundaries, more than 50%, just close to 60% of the runs coming in boundaries. That means the other ones have come in twos and threes and singles and whatnot. As I said yesterday, you may have chased on 220, but that was a one-off. As Bold bowls to Padikkal this time, pull that away, and this drops short of the fielder at fine leg. Every time the bat does not hit the ball, the batter says, I want to change the bat. Imagine in your exam, your pen doesn't work, you don't feel like it. Can you change the pen? No. Maybe they should have, maybe the rule should be that the batsman cannot change their equipment, their gloves, if only in the timeout. If they have two timeouts, change your equipment, drink your water, take a emergency break. This time Finch plays it away and this will be taken. So the wicket falls in the ninth over. 9 overs completed, 1 for 81. So as I said, this time Finch tried to play it away, but it was the fielding restrictions were off and a simple catch to KP Senior. It was a slow delivery, and he did not get the momentum. It came off the bottom half of the bat, and for the first time, as we see Finch all clean shaven, taken by Pollard, which means by design, by default, Virat Kohli will be the next batter. So as I said, if you want to change your gloves and other things, only do it during those timeouts, because so much time is wasted beyond the timeout. You have 2.5 minutes. That's enough time to do all the things. Why after every over do we need to send a substitute to change things? I do not agree with this. That basically means they're carefree about it. They don't care if the first innings isn't complete in 2 hours. They're not. That's basically a disrespect to everyone, all the stakeholders involved, because the stakeholders involved in this, that is the backroom staff, the team management, they don't care if the match goes extra half an hour because they will be getting their paychecks anyways. So this is one of those tournaments which is basically saying time is something we don't care about. If the match goes on till 12 a.m. local time or 12 a.m. in other countries, so be it. Otherwise, I
It's
would not allow
2015.
this. I would not allow this. As a match referee, I would not allow this. But then this time, Patekal tries to play and misses. Now all the pressure is on this guy to play. He has 9 overs, 81 runs. At this rate, they get to 180. Will it be a good score? Well, that is something we'll see. As I said, these small things make a huge difference in the match. And in no other sport do I see such things. As it's flicked away for a single. In football, you're running from one end to the other. Your calories are being spent more. And yet you have a 10-minute break between two halves. There in that 10-minute break, you maybe change your shirt and have water and do all those things you do in a break. You don't just do that in after every 5 minutes. And here after every five, yes, it's hot. Hot is something that they need to be concerned about, but that's just a poor excuse. Even if this match was played in England, they would have done the same thing. That's something they need to be very strict about. And that's pure disrespect. But well, that's how this particular tournament is played. Nobody is concerned about time, and we can't do anything about it. As Kunal bowls 9.4 overs, 1 for 84. A very interesting situation for Bangalore. Now they have to at least score somewhere between 170, 180 and 190 to get any chance of having a say in this match, having any kind of control. What was that? That was bowled well below the knee, almost a left arm Kedar Jadhav, if you know how he bowls. As Pandya bowls to Kohli, 10 overs gone, 1 for 86, double the score, they get to 170, but 170 may not. 170 work for the other team. 1 for 85. Welcome back after a short break as Bangalore are 123 for 2 means, of course, Kohli has been sent packing by Bombay. 15 overs, 123 for 2. And how many runs can Bangalore score more? So Kohli is not making runs. Is that a concern for Bangalore? I don't think so. So Kohli didn't make too many runs. Well, I don't think that's something to be concerned about. How is he is a good batter, of course, but he is also a human being. He will obviously not score runs, not get the desired result sometimes. You can't hold it over him. For the last 5 overs, and KP Senior has been called to bowl. He probably bowled 2 overs because somebody else, he'll probably bowl the other 2 overs by KP Junior. This means that chance for someone like De Villiers and Padikkal to start thrashing around. He is a kind of bowler who will pick wickets, but can be expensive also. 20 minutes, 5 overs. Can Bombay do the impossible and complete this match well within the time duration of 90 minutes? I think they will go 5-7 minutes extra. Let's get ready. Pollard to De Villiers, that's flicked away, but there's a fielder there. The score moves on to 2 for 124. Medical gets ready for his second consecutive 50 in 3 matches. This time that's played away over point, and that will be 4 runs. That's nicely played by Padikkal. That's a good boundary. That's a good innings by this player. But I doubt he will get a chance to play for India this soon. That's an impossibility. Or maybe he will get a chance. Let's see what happens. This time it's played away for a single. So 15 and a half overs. They'll get to somewhere between 180 and 190, which will be a good score. And if Bombay can finish this match in record time of 90 minutes, that will be something worth it. He is one of the few local players. He's from the same state in Bangalore. We know which state I'm talking about. As we come to the fourth ball, De Villiers, who plays it away, and that will be a boundary. So decision to bowl KP Senior has backfired. 10 from the over, and Bangalore are in the hunt again. On the pads, no fine leg, poor delivery. It was slower of the slower deliveries, and if it might back, it means that the bowling captain Rohit Sharma will be forced to bring his regular bowlers in the last 4 overs as Pollard bowls. This time that's played away once again, slower delivery, but this will be protected in the deep by KP Junior as they take 2 runs. So far, 12 from this over, and this is turning out to be a good over for Bangalore. So everybody has this concern that Kohli isn't making runs while others are making runs, of course. And then, of course, then comes the reasons are also, well, they don't look like reasons. This time that's played away, that's beaten long on, mid on, but long on collects it. 13 of this over, and most likely the umpire will say will the umpire signal a timeout? The umpire says 2.5 minutes of time wastage. So we are back live as Bangalore get ready for the last 4 overs. 2 for 136. And what more can they get? How many more runs can they get? Can they double the score in this situation? As we get ready, and the first ball has been smashed away to the boundary by De Villiers. Of course, it's time to attack. And De Villiers loves this kind of situations where he can attack the opponent bowlers who are batting first. It's played over the top and into the cover boundary as a bit of pressure rising on Bombay. This time that's played over and he tries to ramp it over the keeper and it's been called one for the over. Third ball of the over. This time De Villiers pulled it away, and that's been smacked into the out of the ground for a beautiful six. The 50-run partnership comes up between De Villiers and Padikkal. It was on shot on the off the back foot and straight over the deep mid-wicket boundary for a beautiful hit. And Bumrah is now going for runs. Usually a guy who bowls the Yorkers, the slow deliveries, but here the batsmen are also attacking him. He's played long enough to know how he bowls. He's been in this business for nearly 7 years. He's no longer that mystery. He will go for runs. Let's accept that fact. As Bumrah bowls deliveries, it struck on the pad and they take a single. So far, 11 runs of the 4 balls. Well done. So as I said, Bumrah is no longer that mystery. He's been here for 7 years. He has been figured out. Yes, for me, Bumrah will pick up 500 wickets, at least in test matches. So for me, should Bumrah play in these tournaments? No, yes. This tournament was only played because there was a huge gap between matches. But once things are in that phase where it doesn't make a difference, if next year's tournament is played between April and May, Bumrah should say, I will concentrate on 50 overs and test matches. As Bumrah plays, Padikkal tries to hit the ball away, it hits him on his boot, and they take a single. But that's the disadvantage of playing in a team where you're offered so much money that the people who pay you money have absolute control over when you play, when you don't play. If Bumrah doesn't play for Bombay, at least in this tournament, people will question him. Why is he not playing? Why is he taking a break? He's not supposed to take a break. He's supposed to play. And if he gets injured, why did he play? Why did he not take a break? So it's a dilemma for the bowler and the team. As we see, Padikkal was hit on the knee and he's struggling. And once again, the physios come in and time is once again wasted. I hope the match referee is taking into account all this, because this is clearly an absolute waste of time. Of course, the injury is something that needs to be taken seriously, but still, come on, give me a break. Give me a break. Come on. So some time to be wasted. Hello. Yeah. So some time is going. So some time is going to be wasted as particle gets checked out by particle is going to get checked by the physio. It seems everything is back to normal. Let's get back to the match. As Bumrah bowls the final ball of the 17th over, what can De Villiers do? He says, thank you so much, straight down the ground. And that's gone to the top tier where the camera persons are there. And it turns out to be a huge over, 18 of the over. And the score moves on to 2 for 154 after 17 overs. The last 3 overs, the most exciting part of the match, and it's supposed that in during that break, Padikal has been dismissed for 54, the catch taken by Pollard. So the last 3 overs, and they have sent the all-rounder Shivam Dubey to score runs. So 17 balls remain. Can they double that score? So Trent Bolt, well, he's on a hat trick. That's interesting. He took 2-1 on the last ball. Okay. He's bowling to De Villiers. This time on the pads, it was going to be a wide delivery straight to fine leg, and the score moves on to 3 for 155 of 17.2 overs. As we saw, a good catch taken by Pollard. When you are nearly 7 feet, you take these catches. May not be as dramatic as Puran's effort, but like a basketball player using his height to his advantage, and he has taken these catches on numerous occasions. So it's not surprising. He, this is what he does. And if Pollard was not a cricket player, he would be definitely a basketball player. And then, of course, he would love wrestling. He would be a wrestling asset as bowls flicked on the pads, nicely fielded at short third man by Pattinson. So, despite giving runs, Bombay's fielding has been good. They have saved runs. The third man have done the job. Otherwise, it usually beats third man and fine leg. So a lot of pressure on Shivam Dubey as De Villiers gets ready. This time, short delivery played away. The ball gets in no person's land, and the score moves on to 3 for 1. Hello? 3 for 157 after 17.4 overs. It hits him on the helmet, means once again there will be a break, and the team doctor will come out. Well, they haven't come out to check on his helmet. Interesting. So Bolt gets ready to bowl the fifth ball. It's been an excellent over. Dubey plays it away into the fielder towards long on, and they will come back for one. So this has been a brilliant over by Trent Bolt. 5 balls, 4 runs, 1 wicket puts the match back into Bombay's favor. It means that now they will have to start hitting. Will they score those 50 runs as it was done by Punjab of the last 2 overs? I have my doubts because it's going to be Patterson and Bumrah to bowl the last 2 overs. So let's get ready for the final ball of the 18th over. What can be done now? Can Bolt pick up De Villiers? Can it go for a six? I'm going. Yes, it has been smashed away, and this will be onto the roof. Finishes off in style. Bangalore back in contention. Ends the 18th over 3 for 164. That was a brilliant hit into the press box. So last 2 overs to go. De Villiers has added that onus. So 2 overs remain. One to Bumrah and one to Trent Bolt. The Trent Bolt is done. So one to Bumrah and one to definitely James Pattinson. as Bumrah gets ready. Can this over go for runs, or will Bumrah pick up a wicket as he bowls to Dubey? He's slow delivery, played it away towards cover. Now it's going to be interesting as we saw De Villiers on the pads, and thank you, says De Villiers. The ball will deposit it into the ground, out of the ground, into the press box, almost smashing.
It's 21 hours.
There you go, it's 21 hours, and yet not completed. Poor job. As we start the final 11 balls of this match, De Villiers on strike, who smashes it, misses the Yorker, and the result is 4 straight as a ramrod. Now, the debate will be Kohli not scoring runs, Bumrah going for runs. What is happening? I don't think it's anything to worry about because you're playing against somebody who's retired. So in international matches, this won't matter. And international matches, you would be under less pressure. It seems when you play for such teams, domestic matches where you're paid a fortune, you are always under pressure. As we get ready for the third ball of the over, this ball may see De Villiers get out. Let's see what happens. As Bumrah tries to bowl another Yorker, it doesn't make a difference. That's well defended at fine leg by Ishan Kishan. See, as Dubey says, he rams it between the keeper and the short third man for a boundary. And you can see the excitement in the locker room of Bangalore. They know they have got out, they have got a total which is a winning score. So by giving Dubey a chance, it means that Dubey is in the mind of Kohli as a future all-rounder along with Pandya, which is a good choice. This time it's played away straight to long on by Dubey, gives the strike to De Villiers, 10 of this over, and they have managed to get away from Bumrah, who has gone for 11 of this over. So the final ball of the 19th over, 3 for 175, already a very good score secured by Bangalore. Will they win? We know very soon. This time, same on the pads, and this has been deposited into over backward square leg, 50 for De Villiers, a huge over for Bangalore, 17 of the over, and Bombay Indians are in absolute trouble. You can see the excitement in the locker room and the team management. Now, can Bangalore get to that total of 200? Because 180 has been scored. I had already predicted that at 180 will be scored. He has no option but to give the over to James Pattinson, who's also been expensive as Dubey comes on strike. He bowls, Dubey swings and misses, so a precious dot ball for Bombay. And Dubé says to this time Dubé gets ready to Pattinson. Short ball and picks up the slow delivery, and that's gone over long off. And Bangalore's score moves on to 3 for 187, and it's already look and a concerned look in the Mumbai dressing room, Mumbai locker room, and elation and excitement in Bangalore's dressing room. Well, if you're given a chance to bat first, why will you not score? Another match in which the team bowling first has backfired. I said yesterday's match was a fluke. One between Calcutta and Hyderabad was completely not even there. This time, second six of the over, consecutive sixes by Dubey, and he's scoring those runs. So two great hits by him, and he's contributing. His contributions have raised up a notch. It was like that on the pads, and thank you. The helicopter shot over long off. And the concern on the captain and the Bombay locker room can be seen. This is already a very good score. It will be a tough chase for Bombay. They can chase, but if they chase, it will be something special. As Pattinson gets ready, this time short ball pulls it away. They will take a single and will give De Villiers the last two balls to have some fun with. So every bowler has been going for once. And they're having fun in this match. And the concern on the captain of the bowling team is looming large, means they will have to do something very special to chase this down. If the last two balls don't disappear for a six, De Villiers slower delivery plays it to third man, and that does take the pinch out. So the final ball will be final ball of the 20th over. Can this ball be deposited out of the ground as Bangalore can get towards 6 runs? Final ball of the over, Dubey on strike, Patterson to Dubey. This time, yes, he has. Dubey finishes off in style. Bangalore reach 200, and it's going to be a tough chase for Bombay, as they would need 202 runs to win to chase down a huge total. Well, you may say they are 20 runs short because we saw 220 being chased yesterday, but this will be a tough chase. They will have to do something special as every bowler has been carted out of the park. It means, yes, it's a good wicket to bat on. That's what they say. I don't believe in that, but let's see what happens. So I will be back after a short break for the second innings, which will start early because this match finished early. We are back with the second innings as a huge total awaits Bombay. So all the focus will be on, of course, Rohit Sharma and Quinton de Kock as to what kind of a start do they get. As always, first 5 overs, first 6 overs, 60 runs will put them in the pole position, but will it be easy? We'll know over time. So Usru Udana to Rohit Sharma, and he's played it away nicely, and the first run taken. This is he's making his debut in this, but overall he's played enough matches. I don't think it's a debut. It's the same process. There are no crowds for him. It's what he does locally. There are no crowds in the local match. There are no crowds here. It's a win-win for the players. They play. Some of them play in an environment where there are no players. So there's nothing special about debuting here separately. You've already been here, played there, played for your nation, and this time he plays it away. It's a wide. I'm still. Let's see what happens. As we get ready for the third ball, second ball, in fact, one of them was a wide. And this time it's been played away to third man, a single taken. Dana also Rohit Sharma who pulls it away and he starts off in style. 6 runs. So he has decided that I'm not going to wait. I'm going to attack you in the first over. That is a beautiful shot by Rohit Sharma. He's decided as of and Rohit comes to talk to Udana as Kohli walks up to the bowler, short, wide, into the pads, and thank you, says Rohit Sharma. 70 meters into the fine leg boundary. So now what can this bowler do? Because this is already a smart and a great start by the batters. This time he tries to play it away, misses. It was a full and a wide delivery. As we get ready for the fifth ball, this time plays it away, and this time there's protection at deep square leg and 10 runs of the first over. They need exactly that 10 of every over. So as we get ready for the final ball of this over, this time that's played away, beats point, and a great start by Bombay. They have come up with a plan to attack this score, and it's 14 for 0 in the first over. We keep talking about the big five, and we say it's Smith, Kohli, Williamson, Root. There's one more, I think, Babar Azam from Pakistan, and then they forget a few players. For me, Shea Hope from West Indies, Quinton de Kock from South Africa should be added to that list because this guy Quinton de Kock will be one of the top batters for South Africa. He's already a captain. He's done everything he can. He is still young, only 27 and a half years old. He has a lot of time, at least a decade of this sport behind him. He is one of the top wicket keepers in the country, better than someone like, let's say, Mark Boucher, definitely. And he is more skilled than Adam Gilchrist in every sense of the way. So, who are the top batters? Yes, it's a bit of discrimination, but it's Kohli, Root, Williamson, Smith, Labuskania, De Kock, Babar Azam, and Shea Hope. Yes, you can argue that Shea Hope did not score runs in England. That is irrelevant. Whether it's 50 overs, 20 overs, or 90 overs, they are the best in this. Well, at this point in time, we are obsessed over a certain section. We can't let go of them, but that's how the deal is. So, a very interesting start by Bombay. Run rate of just 10 to the over, and he has introduced Sundar Washington into the strike, which means Rohit Sharma will attack him, will step down
It's
the track and
21:30.
attack him. This time, plays it away, 2 dot balls. A good job done so far. Sundar bowls to Rohit. Rohit this time plays it away, 3 dot balls. That's well done. Pressure building. He will have to attack now. This time Rohit takes the Indian route, but it doesn't connect, and the decision to bowl Sundar has worked. So Rohit doesn't score too many, Kohli doesn't score too many, and it's a big wicket in the context of the match. Rohit was expected to score all the runs, and Rohit was short. He had the elevation but not the distance. Good decision to keep a fielder over there. Nice catch taken by Pawan Negi. And you can look at the reaction on Kohli as if he's won the World Cup. And the opposite side is not Rohit Sharma but Steve Smith. Rohit departs for 8. It's 1 for 14. Who will be at number 3? Of course, at SKY. So they had won the single, which means QDK will be on strike, and it will be a off spinner to a left-handed batsman, leg spinner to a right-handed batsman, or other way around. I've never understood this thing. It's baffling. How do they decide this? So let's get ready for the fifth ball. Bangalore, for the first time in this tournament, are in a good position. This time played away, and it's nearly a wicket maiden by. It was not that great a delivery if you look at the replay, but he was lucky to have a fielder over there. So good field placing in that context, and it's a huge wicket means all the pressure on. This time Decock plays, and this he beats the inner wing, and they will go for 2 runs. Ends the over, 2 gone, 1 for 16. And Udana comes to bowl a second over to Surya Kumar Yadav, and that's another dot ball. So which team is in a good position? Well, if you lose a good batter like Rohit Sharma when you're chasing 200, that puts the bowling team. This is it a catch? It looks like it's a catch, and Bangalore. It was a good bounce. Another top batter of Bombay dismissed, and the decision to get Udana to play has worked. Left arm bowler coming into the right hander, a slower delivery. He was trying to guide the ball to third man, a bit of bounce, and a simple catch to A.V. de Villiers. It sticks in his mitts, and Mumbai are in big trouble at 2 for 16. And Bangalore have put themselves in a good position. And there you go. The decision to bowl first has backfired. And we keep saying that. Why, why, why? Yes, the Punjab Rajasthan match was an anomaly. It will never happen again. So don't follow that. So the second keeper of the game comes in, Ishan Kishan. Very interesting. Now it's up to the younger batters because after this you have Hardik Pandya, Kunal Pandya, Kairan Pollard to follow. So it's a lot of pressure on these two wicket keepers to do the job. And if Ishan Kishan can score runs, this will seal his legacy. If he can get his team through or even get close, because nobody is taking this guy seriously as nobody took Kohli seriously when this tournament first started. Let's see how this match goes. Udana to Ishan Kishan, pull that away, first ball, shot wide, pass point for a four. So good way to start. Well, that's a good shot. It was short, wide, pass point. It was way, way away from point. Beats the fielder and well, as Udana bowls to Ishan Kishan, this time defended, single taken. So good, so far, but the run rate has already climbed to 7 runs to the over, 10 to the over. The current run rate is just around 8 to the over. So Bombay will have to do something special to chase because Bangalore have a couple of good bowlers in Dubey, Sundar, Saini, Umesh. So they have and of course the spinner. Let's get ready for the final ball of this over, third over. And this time it's played away, but there will be protection in the deep, and they will only get, well, they get two brilliant running between the wickets. So 7 runs and a wicket. It's 3 gone, 2 for 23. As Sundar gets a second over for rewarded for taking the wicket of Rohit Sharma. And this will be the final over of this commentary as well. Sundar to Ishan Kishan, two players who will definitely take this particular sport and obviously this particular country into the next 10 years. As Sundar bowls to Kishan. This time played away, no runs. So run rate nearing 11 to the over. They need 168 of this time 3 dot balls in a row and a lot of pressure on. Well, he will try a big shot and it may, and I predict a wicket right now. Either he'll hit a six, he'll take a single, or he'll get out. He cannot be defending if they want to chase 200 runs. This time, taking a single, a risky single, but eventually a successful single. So 2 more balls before we bring an end to Sundar bowls to this time cut away, but no runs. Run now reaching proportions which are getting beyond Bombay. Remember, Decock at once upon a time used to play for Bangalore. Then he has played for Delhi. Which team will he shift to next? It means he'll probably play for all the 8 teams in this particular tournament. As we get ready, Decock gets ready. He plays it away, misses the stumps. A brilliant over by Sundar and Ati Sundar over. And that is the end of tonight's commentary. See you tomorrow for the next.